Krimi Vignana. The word Krimi, it not only deals about the insects, we consider it in a broader aspect like microbes, bacteria, viruses, fungus, and also the infectious agent. These all are the agents which are responsible for the production of infectious diseases. They may be either pathogenic or non pathogenic. In broader aspect, they will lead to the production of infectious diseases. So many microbial infections we are having, bacterial infections like pneumonia, tuberculosis, meningitis, and viral infections like COVID-19, and also rubella, influenza, and also the fungal infections like vaginal yeast infection, and also the athlete's foot, and many parasitic infections also at least. Nirukti. What is the Nirukti of the word Krimi? Is Krampada Vikshepaha. Krampada Vikshepaha. This means that the one which moves with legs. So this Nirukti holds good in the context of ectoparasites like lice. Next Nirukti is Kunya Himsayam. So this means that the one which kills or destructs or disturbs. So this Nirukti holds good in the context of endoparasites. The food which is not accustomed to the body, that type of food is taken by the person. For example, if the person is taking vada along with the curd, so it considered as a asatmya. Next is viruddhahara, incompatible food. It may be in the form of matra viruddha, it may be in the form of virya viruddha. There are 18 types of viruddha we are having. So the person is not following the correct proper. Samanya nidana for the Krimi. In that, first one is the Aharaja nidana. In Aharaja nidana, what are the causative factors which are responsible for the manifestation of the Krimi is first and the foremost is the ajina. When the patient is in a state of indigestion, when the patient is in a state of amavastha, ajina, where long-term retention of ajina will lead to the production of toxins which is called as ama. When the patient is in a state of amavastha or the patient is in state of ajina, will lead to the production of Krimi. This is also one of the causative factor. And Adeshana, here the patient is taking the food before digestion of the previous food which is taken. When the patient is not following the correct proper regimen of the food according to the Ashtavida Ahara Vidhi Visheshayatana, as well as the food is not according to their dosha, desha, kala, samskara, virya, vipaka, all these things, etc., etc. So that leads to the viruddhahara. Next is the malina bhojana. Malina bhojana, here in that context we can understand here that the contaminated food, contaminated water. If the person takes contaminated food, or if the person takes contaminated water, so by this reason there is a chances of transferring of the infections. Atiguru Snigdha Shita Bhojana. Excessive intake of heavy food items and excessive intake of oily food items and excessive intake of cold food items leads to the manifestation of the Krimi. Continuation of Aharja Nidhana. Here, Masha Pishtana Vidala, Bisha Shaluka, Kaseruka. Masha here has the food preparations prepared from the black ram. Pishtana, the food preparations of the corn flour are prepared from the corn flour. Vidala means pulses. Here, Bisa is the stalk of lotus and Shaluka is the root of lotus. Kaseruka. Kaseruka, it is a type of a grass plant. Parnashakha. Parnashakha here is the green leafy vegetables. Surasukta, they are the types of alcoholic preparations. Dadi, Kshira, Guda, Ikshu Vikruta. Dadi here is the curd. Kshira means milk. Guda means jaggery. Ikshu Vikruta, other sugar preparations prepared from the sugar cane. And Pishita Pinyaka, the paste of the tila. Paste prepared from the tila is nothing but the Pishita Pinyaka. Prutuka. Swadu Amla Dravapana, the alcoholic beverages which are prepared, which are having the sweet and sour taste. Samprapti of the Krimi Roga. First one is the Nidana Sevana. As we have seen, the Nidana for the Krimi Roga is mainly the Kapha-karaka aharas. Mainly Kapha-karaka ahara and Kapha Uttejaka ahara and viharas we can see here. So mainly the ahara which is guru in nature, madhura rasadmaka and snigdha gunatmaka and shita gunatmaka, the ahara which are having all these properties, if the person takes that, that leads to the production of kapha. That kapha which is always stays stagnant over one position, there it produces the kledata. Due to that kledata, which leads to the genesis of the krimi. For that reason, they have given that the nidana sevana, after nidana sevana, kapha and pitta prakopa takes place. That makes the ahara non-absorbable. So that the ahara which is not digested because of its guruguna, because of its sniktata, because of its pichilata, it sticks over one place, and it is not absorbable and not at all. Earlier, it is not at all digested. For that reason, it is not absorbable and leads to the genesis of creamy by producing the kledata over that reason. And it may either resides in amashaya, pakvashaya, or rakta. If it resides in amashaya, then leads to the kafaja creamy. If it is in the pakvasha, leads to purishaja creamy. If it is in the rakta, leads to the raktaja creamy. Samprapti Gatakas are mainly dosha is the three dosha. In three dosha, mainly kapha and pitta is responsible. Dusha is rasa, rakta, purisha, mamsa, sira, snayu. Srotas is Annavasrotas, Rasavasrotas, Purishavasrotas. Because the main reasons where the Krimi is mainly manifesting is in case of Annavaha, Raktavaha, and Purishavasrotas. Srota Drushti is Sanga and Vimargamana. Due to Kapha Prakopa, or we can say the Kapha, which is adhered to the lines of the Srotas, it causes a Sanga. Due to that Sanga, there is a Vimargamana also there. Agni, Jatragni and Dhatvagni. Dhatvagni here is mainly Rasa Rakta Mamsavaha Dhatvagni. Sancharasthana is Amashaya, Pakvashaya and Rakta because it is mainly manifested in the Amashaya, Pakvashaya and Rakta. Vyaktasthana is Krimi Prabhava. Depending on the Prabhava of the Krimi, we are going to see the vector of the Krimi. What are the Lakshanas of the Krimi? Lakshanas of the Krimi, we can say here that what are the symptoms which are seen in a patient when he is infected with the Krimi Roga? Jwaro, Vivarnata, Shulam Rutrogaha Sadanam Brahmaha, Bhaktatveshu Atisarascha Sanjata Krimi Lakshanam. These are the Samanya Krimi Lakshana. When the person is infected with any of the infections, first and foremost symptom we are going to see is the Jwara. Whenever the person is going to be infected with any like cold, even the COVID also, any of the infection like malarial infection, dengue infection, influenza, any of the infections, the person when he is infected, the main first and foremost symptom is the jvara. For that reason, jvara. Vivarnata, there is a discoloration of the skin. All over the body, the skin is going to be discolored. Shula, Rutro, Rut, Rutrogaha, Sadanam Brahmaha. Shula means here the colic pain, we can say the stomach ache is there. Stomach pain is present in the person. Rutrogaha, Sadanam Brahmaha, Rutrogaha. There might be a Rutrogaha, any of the cardiac disorders. Sadanam, ear smell is Brahma, there might be a chances of giddiness. Bhaktatvesho, due to the infection, the person is not having any desire to take the food and aversion towards the food. That's what Bhaktatvesha. Atisarascha. Atisara, the person may suffer with the diarrhea. Sanjata Krimi Lakshanam. So for Atisara, Sanjat Atis infection. These are the main methods of transmission of the infection from infected person to the non-infected person by means of mainly prasangat, gatra samsparshat, nishwasat saha bhojanat, sahashayat asnat chaiva anulepanat. Prasangat, as we know that the by means of transmission by the sexual transmission, we can say many of the sexual diseases or sexual disorders are there which are transmitted by the sexual intercourse or sexual contact. Gatra samsparshat, it is the touching with the contaminated parts or touching with the infected person. This is also a method of transmission. Nishwasat means that from the infected individual, the air droplets from the person infected person going to release the infection with the help of air droplets, and there is a chances of getting in the infection to the healthy individual by the air droplets also. Example for this is the COVID-19 virus. And sahabhojanat, when the person eating together with the infected person, it is having, it can be seen like in case of the typhoid fever. Sahashayat, when they are sharing common bed with each other. Asnat, sitting together, sleeping together, eating together. Anulepanat means here that the sharing the clothes or ornaments with the infected individual. These are the main reasons of transmission of the infection from the infected person to the healthy person. Types of Krimi. There are mainly two types of Krimi are there, Bahya and Abhyantara. In Bahya, it is Malaja Krimi. In Abhyantara, we are having Raktaja Krimi, Slekshmaja Krimi and Purishaja Krimi. Bahya Krimi are mainly two types, Yuka and Pipalika. They are mainly found in the external surface of our body. It is mainly caused due to unhygienic conditions which are characteristics of Bahya Krimi. First, we have divided this into the nidana, and the sthana is the place where it is going to be manifested. Akriti, the structure and shape of that krimi, and varna is the color of that krimi. Beda, usually the baya krimi is mainly having yuka and piplika. So two types. And prabhava. Prabhava means what are the actions which is going to be acted, or the krimi which is going to have the action on the surface of our body. So mainly biochemistry, they are mainly present on the external surface of our body, or it will manifest on the external surface of our body or a human body. So it will leads to the production of many of the symptoms or many of the signs we can say here. So let's see one by one. But this biochemistry which is mainly responsible for the production of itching sensation and burning sensation and the production of arterial rashes are there. So first of all, from first thing we need to start here is that the nidhana. So, nidhana here is sujavarjana. Sujavarjana here is that the one who is not maintaining the proper hygienic conditions. So, when a person is not maintaining proper hygienic conditions, like not cleaning his orifices with the clear water, with not cleaning their orifices after evacuation of urine or after evacuation of stool properly or cleanly, not washing their hands after evacuation of stool, and not bathing daily, and sharing clothes with the infected person, and sharing the utensils or sharing any of the products with the affected person, and using the common materials among themselves, and eating together with the infected person. So all these unhygienic conditions will lead to the production of biochemistry. The place, the sthana is the place where it is going to be manifested. Here is that symptoms of the biochemistry, or the biochemistry which is mainly present in the kesha. Kesha here we can consider the lice, and samshru, breed reason, loma here as the hair follicles of the skin, small hair follicles of the skin. Pakshma, is the eyelid, we can say that the eyelashes which are present in the upper eyelid and as well as the lower eyelid. Vastra, it it may be infected or it may be present in the clothes also. Akruti means what is the structure of that krimi is that anu, tilakara, bahupadayukta. Anu means it is very small in nature, and tilakara, it looks like a tila, it looks like the shape of the tila. Bahupada, so it is having many legs. Varna, the color of that krimi is krishna or shweta varna, either it is having black color or it is having the white color. Beda, as we have seen earlier, the bedas are yuka and pipilika. Prabhava means what are the actions which are affected or which are done by this krimi are Kando Janana, which produces the itching sensation, Kota, which produces the urticarial rashes, Pidaka, which leads to the formation of pimples. Abhyantara krimi, the krimi or the in, krimi means Abhyantara krimi, the krimi or the worm infections which are mainly taking place inside the body of the person is called as the Abhyantara krimi. Mainly this Abhyantara krimi is divided into three types, that is Raktaja, Slekshmaja, Purishaja. Raktaja krimi here as that the krimi which is developing in the Raktavaha Dhamani, it is called as Raktaja krimi. Slekshmaja krimi, the krimi or the worms which are developing inside the Amashaya, they are Slekshmaja krimi. Purishaja krimi, the worms which are developing inside the Pakvashaya, they are Purishaja krimi. The types of Raktaja krimi are Keshat, Lomad, Lomadvipat, Saurasa, Audumbarat. Types of Slekshmaja krimi are Antrat, Udarat, Rudayat, Churu, Darbhapushpa, Saugandhika, Mahagoda. Types of Purishaja krimi are Kakeruka, Makeruka, Leliha, Sarshula, Sausurat. Characteristics of Raktaja krimi. The worms which are developing inside the Raktava Dhamani means the worms which are developing inside the blood. Their characteristics. So, they are telling according to Charaka, he is explaining it as same as that of the Kushta Nidhana. What are the Kushta Nidhanas then? Then intake of excessive guru, snigdha aharas, as well as by the intake of viruddha, adeshana, ajina bhojana, as well as diva swapna, intake of masha, guda, tila, kshira, anupamamsa. The nidhana of kushta are same as that of in case of raktaja krimi. The sthana, where the place it is going to be manifested is mainly the raktavahadhamani. Akruti of raktaja krimi are sukshma, which is very minute in nature, vruddha, round, anu, small, adrushya, which is not visible. The varna of raktaja krimi is it is mainly tamra varna, as same it is having same color as that of the blood. Bheda, we are having Kesha, Loman, Lomadvipat, Jantumata, Saurasa, Audumbara. These are the Veda. What is the Prabhava? What is the action of the Raktaja krimi are Harsha, Kandu, Toda, Sansarpana, Atirutti, Bhakshana of Tvak, Sirasnayu, Mamsa, Tarunasthi. Here it produces the horripilation. Harsha means horripilation. Kandu, itching sensation. Toda, pricking type of pain. Sansarpana, like creeping sensation is there. Atirutti bhakshana of. So sometimes due to which is in the chronic stage, it leads to the bhakshana or eating of the tvak, sira, snayu, mamsa, and tarunasti. Tarunasti is just the brittle bone which are present in our body. So this raktaja krimi, which is in its chronic state or chronic stage, it is going to eat the tvak, sira, snayu, mamsa, and tarunasti. Characteristics of Slekshmaja krimi are, so this Slekshmaja krimi, which is mainly manifesting in the Amashaya, Okay, so the main place of this kapha is mainly amashaya. So it is going to be developing in the amashaya only. So what are the nidhanas for the development of Slekshmaja Krimi are Kshira, Guda, Tila, Matsya, Anupamamsa, Pishtana, Paramanna, Puti, Klinna, Sankirna, Mishrita Bhojana. So all these aharas like kshira, guda, tila, matsya, anupamamsa, pishtana, paramanna, puti, klina, sankida bhojana or mishrita bhojana, all these are kaphakaraka. And due to their kaphakaraka or they increases the kapha dosha in our body, and due to their kapha dosha it produces the klerata and snigdhata over that region, does the obstruction to the flow of other doshas. So obstruction to the not only for the flow of doshas, other things is going to be obstructed, and it will be producing the klerata and snigdhata in the body. Due to excessive klerata and snigdhata in our body, it will lead to the manifestation of krimi inside the human body. Okay, the sthana of this Slekshmaja Krimi is mainly Amashaya. We are going to have mainly three gatis are there: Urdhva, Adha, and Tirakati. So this Slekshmaja Krimi, it may travel in Urdhva Bhaga, and it may manifest or it may lead to the manifestation of Krimi in the Rudhaya region. It may comes to the Adha Bhaga. It may goes to the Tirak part also. So it is mainly round in nature and Bhagna Mamsa Peshi. It looks like a Bhagna Mamsa Peshi. So it looks like a Peshi of Mamsa. So Varna is mainly Shweta Varna, white in color either, or coppery in color, Tamra Varna. Bhedar, Antrat, Udarat, Rudayat, Churu, Darbhapushpa, Saugandhika, Mahagoda. Prabhava. What are the actions of this Slekshmaja Krimi are? So this will increases the kapha production in the patient's body. Due to kapha production only, this Slekshmaja Krimi is produced. So all the lakshanas of kapha only we can see here. Rullasa, Astya Sansravana, salivation, Arochaka, anorexia, avipaka, indigestion, jwara, fever, murcha, giddiness, jrumba, yawning, kshvayatu, sneezing, anaha, abdominal distension, angamarda, fatigue, chardi, vomiting, Krishna Parushya. Karshya, it makes the person emaciated. Parushya, it is the roughness or stiffness, we can say here. Characteristics of Purishaja Krimi. So these Purishaja Krimi, which is mainly produced or produced in the Pakvashayagata sthana. So let's see the Nidhana. Nidhana is same as that of the Slekshmaja Krimi. So Purishaja Krimi is also having the same Nidhana as that of the Slekshmaja Krimi. The sthana for the Purishaja Krimi are Pakvashaya. So it is mainly manifested in the region of Pakvashaya. Gati is mainly Urdhva Gati. So why they are giving that the Urdhva Gati? Why it is Urdhva Gati? Because as it moves towards the Pakvashaya, so it is having the Urdhva Gati. And the Akruti of this Purishaja Krimi is, it is Sukshma Akruti. Rutha, Sukshma, it is very minute. Rutha, round in color. Shweta Dirgha. Shweta Dirgha means it is white with long, it is long and white, we can say. Adirgha means long, and Shweta, white and long. Sthula, very big in nature. Unastu Sankashaha. Unastu Sankasha matlab it looks like Una. Una here is the Un. So it looks like a Un. And Varna are Shava, Neela, Harita, Pita. Shava is black in nature, Neela, blue, Harita, green, Pita, yellow. Bheda are Kakeruka, Makeruka, Leliha, Sarshula, Sausudara. And Prabhava, what are the actions of the Purisha Krimi are? Purisha Bheda, so it causes loose motion. Karsha, it produces the emaciation. Paurushya, stiffness of the body. Lomaharsha, horripilation. Bhinnarutta, It is also loose motion, Udgara and Shwas of Purishagandhi. The person infected with Purishaja Krimi having the belching as well as the uh, stool smell. Paritudanta and Kandu in Guda. Paritudanta and Kandu in Guda is that there is a pricking type of sensation is present in the anal region as well as the itching sensation is present in the anal region.